Caught out of bounds and incomplete. Great effort there by the wide out. But you know what? The quarterback was off just enough to cause that incompletion. The wide out catches it out of bounds. Yeah, for the rule here is you gotta have possession of the football. You can see that he didn't get a foot in, and that's a good call. He couldn't make the catch inbounds. You can't fault the receiver. He did everything he could have to make that catch. The pass was just too far out of play. That's how you get a first down, Boots. Boy, they took a big risk and went for the long ball. Boy, did it really pay off. Excellent play call. The pass was knocked down. This defense is very aggressive, and they swarmed to the ball. They are always making things to disrupt the passing game. The ball was knocked to the ground. Players use anything they can to get in the way of a pass. The corner made a good play on the ball. He sure did. This kid is very athletic. If he doesn't get a pick, he does his best to knock the ball down. Defense won the last battle as they were able to pick the ball off. Who's going to win this time? The offense saw their drive ended on 4th down. Do you think we will see the same result this time? Nice play call to get them the conversion. When a team converts on 3rd down, they can really frustrate the defense. When they convert a 3rd and long, it just makes them sick. So let's take a look at the stats and see how this offense compares here as they've done so far on 3rd down. The pass was knocked down. This defense is very aggressive, and they swarmed to the football. They're always making things to disrupt the passing game. So let's take a look at the stats and see how this offense compares here as they've done so far on 3rd down. And here are the 3rd down stats compared to both teams on how they've done so far. He held on to it, but it wasn't in play. Hey, Dora, how wide is a football field? I would have to say 53. Yeah, I think you're right. And he couldn't drag a foot in there. Look at all that green. Got him. They tried to throw for it on 4th down and end up getting sacked. He did not get the first down, not even close. Well, they'll turn it over on downs. Do they have to go for it there? Well, sometimes you gotta take your chances. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Well, they had to go for it, but they don't make it. Yeah, but I like the call. They needed to do whatever they could to get back in this ball game. Too bad it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. They turned the ball over after going for it on 4th down. Yeah, but they still made the right call. At this stage in the game, they'll try anything to get back in it. So if you're the offense here, what's your mindset right now? I think they're anxious to get back out on the field. Last time out, they drove right down the field so they know they can move it. But they cannot turn it over again in the same situation. That, my friend, Boots, could be a heartbreaker. And that pass falls incomplete because it was deflected. That's great defense right there, Dora. That's something the coaches always remind their players to do. Get a hand up in the face of the quarterback. Nice play call to get them the conversion. When a team converts on third down, it can really frustrate the defense. When they converted third and long, it just makes them sick. The defender made a good play on the ball. He sure did. This kid is very athletic. If he doesn't get a pick, he does his best to knock the ball down. The defender can only get a hand on it. A hand on it? If this kid wants to be a big-time playmaker, he better start getting 2 hands up. Yeah, Boots, that ball should have been picked off there. He made the catch but was outside the white line. This quarterback has to just settle down and get his feet underneath, and he took the receiver clearly out of bounds. That kid had no shot at making the catch. Well, that was an impressive stand by the defense. 3 good defensive plays equals punt. Nice job, guys. This incompletion is credited to the wideout. Absolutely. The quarterback executed his end of the deal. Dora, the quarterback made the right decision there. When there's pressure coming from the defense, the quarterback has to get rid of the ball quickly to avoid a sack. He just made the right decision there and got rid of the football there. Couldn't complete that one to his running back. He just need a little less air under it. He let his halfback too far on that throw. This kid needs to relax and get the ball down where his receivers can catch it. Fantastic play by the cornerback. All you young defensive backs at home, that is how you play defense. Heads up play to bat it down. Yeah, and if you can't get to the quarterback or intercept the pass, the next best thing is to get a hand up. Dora, we knew this drive was in trouble and they couldn't get the pass game going, and it's safe to say that's the case as he had 0 completions. Well, again, they couldn't hook up, and that will bring up 4th down.